Hi everyone, I'm Jamie, welcome back to my channel. The first thing you probably noticed is my new backdrop. I'm loving her, she's chic, she's white, she's brick, and it's not a green screen. People keep asking me, it's not a green screen, look. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I was having a bit of a good skin day. You'll see in a second, not really. Still a lot of pigmentation and a lot of redness and a lot of, well, spots kind of. But the actual feel of my skin today was quite smooth when I woke up this morning. I was a little bit shook. So I thought this is a perfect day to take full advantage of it and do a dewy, wet, glowy, bronzy skin. This is the type of look that's perfect for someone who's on the go or someone who wears makeup every single day and they don't want to look basic AF. It's beautiful. It's definitely focused on skin. I have this big ass lash on, of course, but you wouldn't have to do that. It's very Britney Spears, everyday, I'm pretty, what are you type of vibes. It's definitely not something I usually do. You know I'm a full coverage foundation and a full coverage powder type of queen, but I thought I would get out of my comfort zone because this is one of my favourite types of makeup on other people. So to all my Australian girls, maybe avoid this for now because the heat will just melt this off your face. But for all my UK people and everywhere else where it's cold right now, it's winter. So you can pull off these looks. You can actually put this on, leave the house, and it's still on your face because the sweat isn't taking it off. So I don't want to waste any more time. I did want this video to be more on the quick side because it is more of an easy look. So get into it. Let me know how you feel. Enjoy it. Here we go. Hello. So the first thing you're going to want to do to get that really dewy skin is really take care of your skin. I don't have the best skin right now, mine goes up and down. But right now I'm not doing too bad texture wise. You can see a lot of pigmented spots and stuff, but I'm not too bad for actual lumps and bumps. That's what you don't want. And also when I say take care of your skin, I mean when you sit down to actually do your foundation, take a lot more steps than what you usually would. So I've already washed my skin and used my everyday moisturiser. They're both by the brand Kiehl's. First thing I'm going to be going in with is this Truth Serum by Ole Henriksen. This is the collagen boosted with True C complex. Basically it smells really good and it's really quite hydrating. I also tend to always tap on my skincare, I don't know why. And now as always I'm going to be going in with my Origins Drink Up Intensive Overnight Mask. Ooh. Now the next thing that I would normally go in with is a liquid illuminator. That sounds like a mouthful, but you've saw them everywhere. NARS have a really popular one, MAC have a really popular one called Strobe Cream. There are tons on the market. I have many of them. I use them all the time in the salon and that's exactly where they are. So I'm going to improvise and I've made the decision that I think on YouTube and just in general, I want to be the queen of use what you want, improvise with what you want. A liquid illuminator is basically a highlighter. It highlights your skin. You can use it on top of your makeup or underneath. And when going for that dewy, really wet skin look, I always like to use one underneath. And because I don't have one right now, that's a bit of a problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little bit of this Kat Von D Hydrating Primer. Ooh! I'm going to take quite a lot of that into my hand. And then I'm going to grab my Inglot Loose Highlighter. Y'all know this is my favourite. I think everyone needs this. And because this is a loose powder, you can put it into anything you want and make it illuminating. You can put it on top of matte eyeshadows and make it a shimmer shadow. You can really do 101 things with this. So I'm actually going to take a little bit of that into my hand with that primer. I'm going to mix it all around and start to dab. And you can see already I've got this glow happening. So you can clearly see what has happened here. I have given my skin no coverage, just glow. You look a bit like a Tin Man, but hey. What I'm going to be doing now is grabbing my new fave foundation. That is the Illamasqua Skin Base Foundation. This one is in the shade 8.3. Now this foundation I find to be amazing because it's not matte, but it's not like crazy shiny either. And because we're not going for that super full coverage look, you can get away with using a beauty blender. You know I usually use a brush that gets as much coverage as I possibly can onto my face and then I might blend out with this. But for today, because I want everything to be super blended and nice and glowy and wet, I'm just going to be going in straight away with the beauty blender. Even when using a beauty blender though, I like to focus most of the product in the middle and on my problem area, which are clearly my cheeks. But you will find that you probably need to use a lot more product than what you're used to when you're using a beauty blender. Putting that right over the eyes and the brows because, as you can already tell, I didn't do my brows first, which is weird for me. And if you're wondering what this thing is in the corner here, probably see it there. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, that's my mirror. And I need it to be there. So sorry. Not sorry. Next thing I'm going to add is a little bit of concealer. Now y'all know I'm going to go for my favourite one yet again. I'm going to be going in with a tiny, not too much, a tiny bit of MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC20. And to apply this, I actually am going to use a brush. I'm going to be using just my favourite flat synthetic brush that I use for everything. And with the concealer, I'm going to focus the majority of it right under my eyes and bring it a little bit up. I'm not going to be fully snatching the face and bringing the concealer all the way up like I would usually. I'm just going to be focusing it under the eyes. And I mean snatching a little bit, like, let's not play games. We're going to bring it up to about here. Taking a little bit of that on my cupid's bow, my chin, the tip of my nose, and again you're going to blend that out with that same beauty blender you used to blend out the foundation. And there's a reason we're going to do our brows last. I'll explain that when we get there. So our concealer is all blended out, and what we're going to be doing now is doing a little something that we haven't done on this channel before, and that's some cream bronzing or cream contouring. Another side story, and another reason why I want to be the queen of use what you want, is I also left the one and only cream bronzer / contour that I have in the salon, obviously. So long story short, what I'm going to be using today is my mum's foundation, which is 12 shades too dark for her, so about 24 shades too dark for me, but hey, we'll make it work. Obviously I wouldn't use this all over my face, so today I'm just going to be using it to bronze with. But going into my mum's dark ass foundation, I'm just going to be placing that where I would normally contour first of all. Just round about here. It's not a bad colour for a cream bronzer. Come through, Lorraine! Bringing that up my temples too. Do you see that? It's actually quite nice. Okay, so once you've done that, you're all creamed up. Some people might go in with their liquid illuminator or cream highlighter again and add it to their cheekbone. That's fine. I'm not going to though. I'm going to stick with actual powder highlights. So being realistic, I could probably take pictures like this and slay to the gods, but realistically for you, if you want to have a nice wet dewy skin but you're going out in public, you don't want it to come off. And if you haven't set your foundation with any types of powders, it won't last as long. That's just the way it is. But because we want to keep the powdery look to a minimum, I'm going to be going in with this. This is Fenty Beauty's blotting powder. Now it's a universal translucent powder, but it's not loose. Sometimes if you use loose, you might go a bit too heavy because it's just messier and there's more of it. So I'm going to be taking a little bit of that on this Peaches and Cream PC17 brush. I'm going to quickly dab underneath my eyes to get rid of any creases that have sat there while we did our cream bronzer, and quickly just set right under there. Also, because I tend to get quite oily eyelids, just going to dip into that powder and set the eyelids. And this is an invisible powder and it's very thin, so you can pop it in your bag, you can top up throughout the day. And as usual, because I haven't got that Botox that I'm honestly thinking about getting just a little bit there. Basically, I have these 4 creases in my forehead, you probably saw them on my videos. And I don't mind them, they give me expression. But when I'm wearing foundation, it is really frustrating because it always settles there. So again, just going to quickly blend over that again and use that Fenty powder and literally just place it like in those lines. Anywhere you do get oily, you can set with powder. Just don't go OTT. The glowy areas I don't think need any powder, but for sure you want to set those areas that usually do get a little bit oily. People think you have to go all over your face with a translucent powder or powder foundation before you go in with your bronzers and blushes to set your makeup, but not really. Those bronzers are still setting your makeup. So are blushers. You put a blusher on your cheek, a powder blush, that's going to be setting that area. Keep that in mind. And because we've already kind of bronzed up with my mum's dark foundation, which actually came through, don't you think? So what I'm going to do now is jump into a little bit of powder bronzer from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Literally a tiny bit. You do not need a lot. Just that. Just the tiniest little bit. That's all you need. So in my opinion, this is where the fun begins. We're going to jump into our first powder highlight. As always, I'm going to be using a little... Oh, now these are hard to open. A little bit of the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt highlighter in the shade Me Money Hustler Baby, and I'm going to be using the one on the right hand side. For this, I'm going to be using a Peaches and Cream PC03 brush. This is my new fave brush. I've been using it for highlight, for contour. It basically just looks like a big eyeshadow brush, like really big, really fluffy, but it's massive. Like, I'm a fan. So as I said, just jumping into a little bit of that shade on the right hand side. So I put that up on my cheekbone. Also, because we've not done our brows, I can put it all through my brow bone and not care about messing up the brows. You can go a bit ham with the highlighter in this look, you really can. Hit that cupid's bow. Next thing, that same highlighter we mixed in with our primer at the beginning. Open it up. Now because this is so intense and quite glittery, you do have to be a little bit careful. So what I'm going to grab is that same little Peaches and Cream PC17 brush that we used to set under our eyes with our translucent powder and dip into her. You ready? Yes. Now, I don't really want to place this everywhere you put the first one, just in smaller areas. This one is definitely more on the, well, yeah, it's heavy. What I'm going to be doing now is just taking that beauty blender with no extra product on it, and I'm literally just going to push that highlighter in. That's going to just help blend both the highlighters together. I'm going to be giving my face its first out of 2 sprays. I'm going to be using this Kiko makeup setting spray today. It is called the Face Makeup Fixer. Kiko's a really affordable brand. I'm going to spray myself with this. Next thing is brows. Now, I did my foundation before my brows for a reason. You do not want heavy brows in this. You don't want your Instagram brow. You want your Gone with the Wind fluffy brow. Like, you don't want any attention, really, brought to your eyebrows. And it's okay if they look a complete mess. Like, that's fine. So what I'm going to be grabbing is this GimMe Brow by Benefit in the shade 03. I'm going to brush this through my brows. And even with GimMe Brow, you have to be quite careful because enough layers and you'll end up having near enough an Instagram brow. So I'm basically just brushing them all up. Even the ones up the back here, I'm brushing them up and out. And that's it. You see that brow? It's basically nothing, but it's something. I'm going to be using my favourite mascara. You definitely don't want that's too chunky for this look. I'm going to be using my Benefit Roller Lash. And a little bit on the bottom lashes, not too much. I can't finish a look without a lash, so I'm going to be right back with the lashes on. Keep in mind they're very dramatic, and lashes completely change a look. But I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, lashes are on. They are, I told you, they're so dramatic. They completely change a look. Now that's why I said you can skip this step if you want. I'm just a big fan of a big lash, and a look's not done until a lash is on my face. No eyeshadow, bit of translucent powder, no eyeliner, mascara and a lash. What I am going to do though is a little bit of nude eyeliner in the waterline. For that I'm going to be using this Kiko Lasting Precision Automatic Eyeliner. This is in the shade 01. It's the most gorgeous nude colour. All it's going to do is like wake you up a little bit. Sometimes using a white one can be a little bit strong, but this Kiko one, it's a gorgeous colour. It's just nude. What I'm going to be doing now is just using a little bit of lip gloss. That's right, lip gloss. No liner, no liquid lip, just a bit of gloss. Let's see what happens. That'll do me. That'll do me for now. Take that in your bag with you and reapply it as the day goes on. If you have really, really small lips, then maybe give them a line. And you'll realise things like this as you look at your face and do it. I think looking at my face now, I might need a little bit of blusher. Just a little bit, so I'm going to dip into some blusher, literally the tiniest. Then I'm going to grab that Kiko setting spray again, just one last time, and go for my life. So everyone, that is it. We're done. I want to thank you for watching this video. It's definitely something a little bit different, not just for the channel, but for me too. I haven't done a look this wet and dewy for a long time. The lashes, yes, they may be a bit dramatic for you, but as I said, you can skip that stage. Also, shout out to the new backdrop. Do you like her? Same as the old one, but it's white, so I feel like I look a little bit more crisp and chic. But thank you, and please try this look out. Go out of your comfort zone, use more cream products. Cream blushers and cream bronzers are something that I never reach for, but really, I think I might now. If you could, push that thumbs up button because it's right there. It's really easy just to click that if you enjoyed the video, of course. Also, I would absolutely love if you subscribe to my channel. We are now over 200 subscribers, which is really, really cool. Comment down below and let me know what else you'd like to see from me, and also let me know if you use a lot of cream products or if you're usually a full coverage powder queen like me. Also, come on over to my other social medias. Come over to Snapchat, and if you want to see how I do makeup on other people and just more of my own pictures and stuff like that, then come over to my Instagram and click follow and say hi, and yeah. But until then, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Stay snatched and be nice to people. Bye.